Hi guys, it's me, Jack, streaming in London, and it's Valentine's Day, and I won't be getting any Valentine's cards. In fact, I think the odds of me getting a Valentine's card are probably being generous, about, I don't know, 1 in 30,000. I didn't even know it was Valentine's Day. And I was a younger woman, it was like, oh, would I get any Valentine's Day cards? And sending Valentine's Day cards. But being a confirmed singleton by choice, I'm not easy to live with, and my relationships are the stuff of dramatic comedy, I think, and just general sort of like mayhem. But less of that. Anyway, what I've done is I've dropped a curtain so I'm not constantly looking out the window, and I've turned my back to it because I'm aware that my eyes are forever sliding to the sky. And yesterday was such an insanely crazy day in the sky. I mean, I just spent the whole day like hanging out the window and running around with my camera and uploading stuff. But it never looks, you know, that huge dramatic vista that you get, and the perspective, you just can't put across to people just what you're looking at. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody for commenting on my first one of these. It was quite nerve-wracking putting it up and waiting for comments. That was the worst bit, and kudos to people that do this. Seriously. I went back, I bottled out and went back to take it down, and I had 2 comments. So I was like stuck with it. I had to carry on from there. But I watched it back, and it could have been worse. I didn't swear, and I'm not going to swear. I'm trying not to swear, because I swear like a trooper. I mean, sometimes I hear myself and I think, I sound like a nappy, or a teenager, effing and blinding, you know. I blame 2 things at the moment. One is living with young people, because they do, and all their friends do. It's even in their songs they do. And the other one is Trailer Park Boys, because when I got into Trailer Park Boys, my swearing just increased exponentially. And a big R.I.P. to the actor who played Jim Leahy in that, because as an ex-drunk, that man did the best portrayal of a drunk person I have ever seen on television. He was just stupendous. Marvellous. I mean, maybe it was the real deal. He looked like it at times. So yeah, Valentine's Day. Well, I've got my phone propped up on my laptop so that I can read to you a little bit about the origins of Valentine's Day. So basically, Valentine's Day is celebrated on February the 14th, and it has its origins apparently in an ancient festival. Now they're calling it a Roman festival, held annually on February the 15th. Now Lupercalia, lupus is the wolf, isn't it? And the Roman tale is that the she-wolf had the Romulus and Remus, and the city of Rome was founded on this, wasn't it? Well, Lupercalia was held on February the 15th, celebrated in Rome. We'll take this at face value, but I'm doing a lot of sort of like research into our manipulated history timelines, and we'll go with Rome. The Lupercalia was a festival in the ancient Roman religion, and scholars trace it back to the 6th century BCE. It was held in honour of the wolf who mothered Romulus and Remus. During the original Roman celebration, members from 2 colleges of priests gathered at a cave on the Palatine Hill called the Lupercal, supposedly the cave where they were born, and they sacrificed a goat and a dog. The animal's blood was smeared on the foreheads of 2 young priests and then wiped away with wool dipped in milk. The 2 young men stripped down to a goat skin loincloth and ran around the Palatine, striking everyone who approached them, especially the women, with thongs of goatskin called februa. Okay, right. It is believed that this was a fertility ritual and a purification rite. Some confusion over which god they were serving. Some say it was Faunus, some say it was Pan. It's one of the best known of all Roman festivals. And it's interesting that it continued to be celebrated in Rome for centuries after it had been Christianized. Lupercalia was a forerunner of the modern Valentine's Day. Part of the Lupercalia ceremony involved putting girls' names in a box, drawing them out by boys and pairing them off. So the symbols and customs were blood. So the animals' blood, so the sacrificed animals, they were smeared with blood, and then it was wiped off later with milk. So red was closely identified with Valentine's Day. February, the skins of the goats were cut into long thin strips from which whips were made. And then they'd run around wearing these goatskin thongs and things and whipping people. Oh, this is interesting. They'd run around the settlement on Palatine Hill in an attempt to trace a magic circle around the city to shut out evil influences. This would make the Lupercalia a precursor of the ceremony that became to be known as beating the bounds. So the goat was a symbol of virility. I think the dog, it says why a dog. It's important to remember here that Lupercalia was a fertility rite. The dog is Horus, isn't it? Is it the Horus or Sirius? Sirius, isn't it? Oh God, I never get it right. Yeah, Sirius, the dog star. So yeah. So Valentine's Day is just yet another one of those pagan festivals that we're celebrating now. I bet it hasn't got anything about Sirius the dog star and Lupercalia. You never know. Nah. Okay. So yeah, so the wolf, the Latin word for wolf is lupus. Right, so Valentine's Day. I found a reference to how Hallmark cards started to make Valentine's cards in about, 1919, I think. And then it took hold. I mean, we love buying cards for each other, don't we? All part of it. Many countries have their own traditions and customs. Italy, there's a tradition of giving chocolate to loved ones. French like to think of themselves as the most romantic people in the world, not my words. And it's often claimed that the first Valentine's Day card originated in France. Valentine's Day are often sent anonymously in the UK. I've done that before. Estonia. Oh, that's where Martin Leake comes from. Valentine's Day celebrations have their own twist. February the 14th is called Friends Day, so single love-long people don't feel left out. Oh, that's rather nice, isn't it? China, couples rush to make the marriages official, as it is both Valentine's and Chinese Lantern Day. And in the US, there's a whole pile of money, £17 billion, usually spent on candy cards and flowers. It's banned in Saudi Arabia and discouraged in other Islamic nations. So, Valentine's Day is a time to celebrate romance and love and kissy face fealty, but the origin of this festival, candy and cupids, is actually dark, bloody, and a bit muddled. So there you go. So don't feel too bad if you don't get anything today.